Yeah. Good Sunday morning, Facebook and YouTube. How you doing? I am Kendrick, the sports guy, and you are watching our Sunday wrap-up show. You can catch me here every Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, where I am live as well. I am live on TikTok, Kendrick Henderson 51. If you haven't followed me over there, go follow me on TikTok and come into the Packers chat room, man cave, because we got a lot of people over in the chat on TikTok. Yeah, boy, Ant, go Pack, go. I see you. Good Sunday to you. Jaden, I appreciate the follow. Your boy Ant, I appreciate the gift. What's up? Appreciate this, man. So again, I am Kendrick the Sports Guy. Again, I am live on Facebook and YouTube at Kendrick Sports Hustle. Make sure if you haven't, subscribe to that YouTube channel as well as TFG Sports Media on YouTube. Make sure you follow them both on Facebook as well as on YouTube. And you can also follow me at Instagram at Kendrick1969. And again, on TikTok at Kendrick Henderson 51, which I am live right now. We got everybody in the house. I see you, Riker Smith. Good Sunday to you. I see you, Hawaiian. Go Pack Go, watching from Hawaii. Game 1 of preseason. I'm not worried. I hear you, Hannah. I feel the same way. It's just a dress rehearsal at this point. I got them Bears fans. They are always in here as thick as thieves in this Packer chat room, but I love it. I'm here to wrap it up with you. I appreciate the follow, Joey. Appreciate that. We have a lot to work on. I know he's talking about our packs. So again, but I got to make sure my people on Facebook and YouTube that's watching, make sure you come in, like, subscribe, share this to your social media platforms, and comment. Let me know where you're watching from. So we're going to jump right into this thing. You know, we're going to go ahead and talk about the NFL news and notes. Basically, we're talking about week 1 NFL preseason games. Just to give you some scores, which scores really aren't that important. It ain't about getting the win because nobody has won a Super Bowl winning all their preseason games. You don't win Super Bowls in August, but you definitely want to, start getting the right foot forward in these preseason games. So here's some scores from this past weekend, and we got a couple of games today too coming up. Far as preseason games, the Ravens beat the Bengals 34-27. What's up, Randy? How you doing? Good Sunday to you. The Raiders beat the Raiders and Seahawks tied at 23 apiece. The Lions defeated the Falcons 17-10. And oh, by the way, that injury to that defensive back for the Detroit Lions, they've canceled this game, but he is doing well. I appreciate the follow. What's up, J-Man Vikings? I see you. What's up, Kevin? Good Sunday to you. So that the defensive back, I can't recall his name. He is better. He started having feelings in his extremities once he got to the hospital. What the Lions did beat the Falcons 17-10. The Browns defeated the Panthers 30-10. Shadur Sanders, 5th round quarterback, number 144th pick. He actually played pretty good. We'll talk a little bit about that. The Commanders lost to the Patriots 18-48. The Giants defeated the Bills 34-25. And Jackson Dart. How about Jackson Dart? I got to talk about him because he was the first quarterback. He was the quarterback that I thought that the Giants would reach for. They reached back into the first round to get him. But Jackson Dart looked pretty damn good yesterday. He was 12-19, 154 yards, and a TD. Yes, I did see that 70-yard field goal, Robert. Yeah. So Jackson Dart might be you from Chicago. I see you, Tidy. Jackson Dart, the Giants may have fell on to something, but again, it's just preseason. You can't, again, ain't nobody won no Super Bowl being all pros in preseason, but that is a start. I'll check that message out, Ty DEA. I got you. The Broncos defeated the 49ers 30-9. The Vikings defeated the Texans 20-10. And speaking of the Vikings, they had an injury to their wide receiver, Rondale Moore, a left knee injury, and it's being called a significant injury. And so what that sounds like is that left knee, he probably tore ACL or MCL or something like that. Appreciate the follow, Jay Brett. Appreciate you popping in. Joey says JJ McCarthy might be that dude. He actually looked pretty good, Joey. He did, he missed a couple of throws that I thought he should have made. But he actually did look pretty good. Zeke, I appreciate that follow too. So the Vikings are going to be without Rondale Moore. He was a lot. I was reading before I came on live that he was most likely going to be the punt returner, kick returner for them, and probably the fourth receiver on their depth chart. So looks like he's going to probably be out as well. Robert says the Chiefs cornerback is out as well. Yeah, and it was some other injuries that's happening as well. The Steelers beat the Jags 31-25. Travis Hunter, I think he had 10 snaps on offense and he had 8 on defense, I believe. Yes, and he had 2 receptions for 9 yards. So Travis Hunter is going to be playing a little bit of both. Liam Cohen, who's the new head coach of Jacksonville, is going to work him in as a wide receiver, probably the second dude. So we'll see. We're going to follow this Travis Hunter story too, because a lot of people hadn't really talked much about him. But, he's definitely not going to be able to play the amount of snaps that he played at Colorado when you're talking about both ways, because the NFL is it's a grind, man. You're talking about 17-week season. There's no way you can play that many snaps on both sides of the ball. The Rams defeated the Cowboys 31-21. Bennett, what is his name? Wilson. I can't from Georgia. He started and he looked pretty good. The kid, the young quarterback, the second year, I believe, he looked pretty good. Shiloh looked good. You're right, Robert. I did read he had a couple of big hits. That is Shiloh Sanders, and he looked pretty good. And the word is most likely he's probably going to be a starting safety for those Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So shout out to Shiloh Sanders. The Bucks speaking of the Bucks, they defeated the Titans 29-7. Cam Ward only played 1 series, I believe. He did lead them to a touchdown. Hannah says, I'm excited to see a healthy McCarthy in Denver. Bo Nick's second year. We talked about this, I think on Saturday. I talked about that AFC West, and I thought that the Broncos is going to be a team to reckon with, especially with that defense. As far as McCarthy, and I still would say this, he looked pretty good. But again, once those bright lights come on, because the Vikings open up with the Bears on Monday Night Football. So once it's time to go, we're gonna see if it's time to go. No, I am not from Green Bay, Jesus. I'm actually from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I was born in Wisconsin. I'm a Milltown baby, born in the 414. I always tell people I'm Wisconsin born, Texas raised, but I'm located in Tyler, Texas. I've been here pretty much my whole adult life. I'm basically an hour and a half east of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex and an hour west of Shreveport, Louisiana. But I am a loyal Packers fan, as you can see. Yeah, is that game? I believe it's in Chicago, Joey. Man, our pack looked rough yesterday, though. Douglas, I know we're going to get to that. Isaiah, I see you. Go Pack, and you from Austin. You right down the street from me. I'm about 4 hours north of you, Isaiah. Yeah, we're going to talk about our pack. They did look pretty rough. The Jets defeated, speaking of our Packers, 30-10, and the Chiefs lost to the Cardinals 20-17. Gary, Indiana, I see you, Joey, loyal Green Bay fan here. Much love to you. I see you, Josh. Bear down. Again, I want to reiterate, this is where it goes down. When the NFL regular season gets popping, you come here. We're gonna be giving our reaction to a lot of the games. I'm gonna be going live more, but this is a safe space too. When I say that, I'm saying you can come in here, you can talk trash. We're gonna keep it respectful though, but you can come in here. We're going to talk trash, and you got to show some respect to the Packers, man cave. What's up, Cam? Go, Pack, go. I see you, for real. So that appreciate the like, appreciate the gift. So speaking of my Packers, yeah, I was watching it, but then pretty much around the second quarter, I kind of started doing other things and just had it on. Yeah, we didn't look good. Appreciate that gift. It was rough. But I'll chalk it up to it's preseason. This is where you find out where you're lacking, what you need to work on, and that's what's good about preseason games. But yeah, we didn't we got it. We didn't look great. I would say, the starters only played 2 series. Jordan Love was only 1 for 5 for 7 yards. The penalties, the 7 offensive penalties, you got to clean that up. This is where you fix that. You fix it. But 7 offensive penalties, we allowed 4 sacks. That ain't gonna cut it. Hey, what's up, Dean? How you doing? Good Sunday to you. Isaiah Simmons was literally lost on the field. I was a little disappointed in his play, Joey, as well. But I was more disappointed in the penalties, man. The penalties, especially the offensive penalties, and the 4 sacks. Malik Willis gets sacked and loses the ball, and they recover it and take it in for a touchdown. That's the things that'll get you killed real quick. That'll have your season looking real shaky when you doing stuff like that. Dropping passes is what hurting us too. Love was throwing good throws. He did. You're right. And yeah, quite a few drops. And that's why I'm concerned about the receiving corps. Speaking of receiving corps, Jaden Reed, he has some sort of heel issue, I believe, something like that, a bone bruise. I think he was in a walking boot. So who knows, his time frame from coming back. Dontavian Wicks, I think he has some sort of, we got some injuries right now. Yeah, Dontavian Wicks, he has a calf injury. Wide receiver Savion Williams didn't play. He has a shoulder issue. Our cornerback Nate Hobbs, he's out with a knee injury. He probably won't be. He's done for training camp. Hopefully, we'll get him back. Appreciate that follow, Sprint Car. And Xavier McKinney, he's out too with a calf injury. So he's done pretty much from training camp. So we already stacking up injuries already, and that is not a good sign. And I said hopes real quick. The only blessing about this is we getting them out early. If we're gonna have these injuries, I'd rather have them now than later on when we in the thick of a division race, trying to get some playoff seating. What's my call on Matt Golden? He's gonna have to be that dude, Joey. Again, I just said Jaden Reed, he got the bruised heel. Dontavian Wicks is banged up. Christian Watson is probably not going to be back until maybe November. So Matt Golden is going to have to be that guy. Actually, he looked good. He had I think he had like 2 receptions on last night. But he's definitely going to have to be that guy. Is X coming back for regular season? He should. I'm assuming so. Yeah, I hope so. But they just said it's a calf, so I'm hoping he will be back. Hey, Hannah, appreciate you liking the live. So yeah, the Packers did not look good at all. On the flip side, man, shout out to Aaron Glenn in his head coaching debut with the Jets. Shout out to Justin Fields. They look pretty dang good. They look like they taking on the personality of their head coach, Aaron Glenn. Those Jets. So the Jets might not, I still think the Buffalo Bills is the best team in that division, but the Jets might make a little noise, Again, Justin Fields, maybe this resurrect his career with this franchise. I'm assuming she was talking about Xavier McKinney, or was she I'm assuming Xavier McKinney is what I always thought was talking about. Because he with a shoulder, he should be. Oh, what's he talking about? Christian? Yes, McKinney. Yeah, he should be. It's a calf injury. Those one of those nagging injuries, Karen. So you want to be careful with that. From what I was reading, that he's not going to be doing much in the rest of the training camp. He's probably not going to play in these, the next 2 preseason games, because that's one of those things that can linger, kind of like a hamstring injury. But yeah, I was not happy the way the Packers look. But again, it is preseason, so I'm not just just feeling just like, oh boy, we looking really bad. Again, it was the first preseason game, so you got to work out all the kinks. Joey says, I think he's our best DB, and I hope we sign Rasul Douglas. I agree with that, Joey. He definitely is our best DB. And definitely Rasul would be a good signing. I mean, yeah, we need to bring him back in the fold at this point. Go get Michael Parsons, please. Trey Watson, defensive end, and number 3. Glenn has changed the culture in New York. Randy Edwards, you right. The Michael Parsons thing is probably not going to happen, Randy Edwards. I did read where Jerry Jones and Michael Parsons on Thursday had like a 2.5-hour meeting. The details of that meeting is unknown, but if they talk for 2.5 hours, I'm assuming, they kissing and making up, so I appreciate that, Adrian, but I got to give a disclaimer. It's really not real. It's really an image that I'm running through a green screen, but it is my wannabe, and I'm speaking it in the universe. Eventually, I'm going to be able to get a man cave just like this. So until then, I'm going to use it as my backdrop, and then I'm just going to, work on it and make it happen. Randy says, preseason or not, we were very sloppy. Packers need more juice at defensive end. I agree. We definitely need a pass rush. Parsons would be great. I would give them Watson and 2 first-round picks. I hear you, Joey, but I don't think anybody wants Watson. I mean, he's the Anthony Davis of the NFL. He stay in street clothes. Appreciate that, Joey. Appreciate that. With no bias in mind, who do you think is winning the NFC North this year? I said this, and I'm gonna stick to it. I think that it's gonna be the Lions and Packers at the top, with the Vikings and the Bears right there. I think the Lions, even though they got new coaches, and they bringing back some other players. So that's what I'm thinking. Let me see. Let me see if he want to come on. I might have an invite on. Desmond Howard, Michigan Go Blue. I feel you, Desmond Howard, Super Bowl MVP. Yeah, Luke Fest. I see you. I see you. I appreciate that follow, JJ. Uh, uh, Landon says, I will give anything for Parsons. Generational talents don't just become available like that. You're right, Landon, but Jerry said that he ain't available. That's the only problem. He ain't available, according to Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones. What's up, my guy? How you doing? Says Coach. Appreciate you popping in. Appreciate the gift too. Yeah, we got to do it again next week. I think we got the Colts as far as we go to Indianapolis. So we'll do it again. Now, how much the starters will play next week? I'm quite sure Matt LaFleur is going to have the starters out there a little bit more next week, because they just didn't. Offensively they didn't play well, and defensively we didn't play well either. Let's be honest with you. The Packers defense did not play well. Wyatt, I appreciate the follow. Yeah, so I'm your favorite Titans fan. Speaking of the Titans, you're right. You're right. Speaking of the Titans, Cam Ward, actually, he looked pretty. He looked pretty good. They finally got something going. I appreciate that follow too. Why go Pack go? Glad to find someone who talks Packers ball. Yeah, why you come on over here? And with me being a Packers fan, we're gonna talk Packers in the NFC North Division whole lot in here. Just to give you heads up, because it's the NFC North, the AFC North, and the NFC East. And I said those are the 3 best divisions in the NFL, hands down. Matter of fact, the NFC North was the best division in football last season when it comes to win-loss records. So, and the NFC North always going to be tough. No, I'm not in Wisconsin, Brian, but I was born in the Milltown. I'm actually located in Tyler, Texas, which is an hour and a half east of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, and an hour west of Shreveport, Louisiana, and it is the home of the Tyler Rose Hall of Famer Earl Campbell. And speaking of Tyler, I got to give a shout out to a Tyler High graduate that is trying to make the team for the Arizona Cardinals. Safety Keaton Crawford. He had his first NFL interception versus the Chiefs off of quarterback Bailey Zappi. So I got to give a shout out to Tyler High's own Keaton Crawford. You live in Tyler, Sean? That's what's happening. So Kyler played at Tyler, didn't he? Or was it Allen? No, Kyler played at Allen. Coach, yeah, 5. He played at Allen. Uh, Patrick Mahomes played at White House, which is right outside Tyler. But yeah, Kyler played at Allen. So shout out to Keaton Crawford, former Tyler High Lion, that's looking to make the team as a safety for the Arizona Cardinals. So I got to give him some love right there. Our Packers didn't play up to par last night. Michael, you are right. They played like complete boo-boo. Yeah. But again, I'm not getting too high and too low about it. It's the first preseason game. You got guys that look at the film. I'm sure Coach LaFleur had these guys look at the film. He'll probably, after they look at it, they'll throw it away and they figure it out. Amen. How often do you make it to Lambeau? Packer fans are definitely worldwide. I have not made it to Lambeau, Brian Paul. I would love to. Do you think the Week 5 bye for Green Bay is good or bad for our team? I think it's a kind of early. I'd rather have a bye around Week 10, but you just gotta do what you gotta do. It just depends on where we at after Week 4. Now, if we gotta appreciate that, Michael. Now, if we gotta appreciate you checking in too. If we got a bunch of injuries around Week 4, and speaking of Week 4, by the way, my Packers fans, that is when we come to Lambeau Field South. By the way, some people call it AT&T Stadium. I call it Lambeau Field South because we own that house. The Packers are at the Dallas Cowboys Week 4, and that's a Sunday night game. So, yeah. Oh, you coach A.J. Brown. That's what's up. Eagles, Super Bowl champ. Man, it'd be people in the chat, man. If y'all got some great stories, anybody in the chat, man, let me know. We talk about it. Rap about it a taste. My man, Coach AJ Brown. Where did you coach him at? That's what's up. Yes, sir. His high school wide-eye coach. Man, that's what's up. Did you ever think that AJ would be that guy? I mean, did he exhibit this talent when you was coaching him in high school? Did you feel like, yeah, I think he's gonna be that dude? That game is going to be tough. They have Pickens and CD. Joey, you right. I ain't worried about them Cowboys, man. I ain't worried about the Starkville, Mississippi, while I was going to Mississippi State. Okay, gotcha. That's awesome, brother, for sure. Man, I ain't worried about them Cowboys. And any Cowboy fan in here, y'all know how I talk. If y'all in here, let it be known again. Because we own y'all too, as well as them Bears. I see you guys like Bear Down. We own y'all too. So I ain't worried about them doggone Cowboys. We own them, and we coming back to our house. It's Lambeau Field South, as I call it. And I will tell, okay, Sean, well, we coming to our house. And I had an interaction with the playmaker, with the Hall of Fame wide receiver, Michael Irvin. I went to Playmakers, his sports bar in the Colony this time last year. It was a year ago, matter of fact. So I went to, and he just happened to be there that day. It was a Saturday. It was a preseason game too. Cowboys are playing somebody. Me and a couple of fellas drove up to the Colony, went there, and Michael was there. And I had on my Green Bay Packers shirt, and he looked at me, and he's like, "How this guy get in here?" And he kept walking. He was doing his thing with the table with other patrons. Then he came back to our table, and we got to talking, and we went at it. I posted it on on my TikTok. You have to go down the video and see it. But I posted, and I actually went live on my YouTube channel with the playmaker Michael Irvin around this time last year, and we went at it. So if you get a chance, go check it out. You have to kind of scroll down on it. So that's where it was. So again, but back to that. You got to get out to land. You right, and I do. Yeah, I got to. I got to get out there, man. This is a nightmare room for me. It's all right, Mo. It's a safe space for you, Mo. Come on in here. It's a safe space. Yeah. You can grab a seat, grab your drink, grab you some popcorn. I see you, Skull. I see you. So again, that was just some of the week 1, the games. Again, I think again, you can't get too high and too low over any of these preseason games because you're really just trying to evaluate talent and you're trying to clean up some stuff and get something. going. Back to the injuries, I do say my Packers, we banged up right now. Again, Jaden Reed is in a walking boot. His left foot bruised. Savion Williams, wide receiver we drafted out of TCU, he has a shoulder injury. Cornerback Nate Hobbs, he has a knee injury. He's shut down for training camp. Safety Xavier McKinney has a calf injury. Cowboys, they got an injury too to their 5th-round draft pick, running back Jaden Blue. He has a bone bruise. That's why he did not play yesterday versus the Rams. And he's, for precautionary measures, they have him in a walk-in boot as well. So, yeah, those are the injuries. The Chargers have lost their left tackle. If you hadn't seen that, Rashawn Slater, he's done for the year. I think he has a torn ACL as well. So injuries, again, can derail a team's aspirations even this early. So I don't like the way they making our new wide receiver look bad. I hear you, Isaac. So that's that for that. For NFL, again, we got a couple of NFL preseason games today. I think one kicks off at 12 noon right here in 30 minutes. So make sure you check that out. I can't remember who's playing, but I think it's the Saints and somebody's playing this today. So make sure you appreciate the gift, Johnny Utah. And over and over, and that's what the bet is. I don't like the way they're making our news. So again, before we get out of here, we're gonna talk about one thing. I want to get you guys opinion on this. The big announcement that happened earlier this week. The NFL and ESPN are going into a partnership. Basically, the NFL will now own 10% stake in ESPN. ESPN will now take the NFL Network, will be under the ESPN umbrella. The NFL Red Zone will be distributed through ESPN to cable and satellite providers. And so now here we go, seeing sports leagues partnering up with sports cable outlets. And I kind of have a problem with this, because now how are these are your sports journalists, are they going to truly report what's going on with the NFL? Are they really truly going to report when there's some negative news? Are they going to put a spin on it? Is Roger Goodell going to tell ESPN, no, we don't want you to run that story, or we're not going to give you the information? See, this is the thing now, and are the journalistic standards still going to be held to the same standard when a professional league owns an ownership stake in a sports network? That is my only issue with this. So I am definitely going to be keeping my eye on the way that ESPN covers NFL news. And I ain't talking about just your regular transactions. I ain't talking about, the draft and all that. That ain't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when there's a story there that gets your antenna up, when you're like, okay, what were we talking about here? Why I ain't seeing this nowhere? Why is this not being reported on? That's the question. And I think fans, we are smart enough now. All these fans over here, you guys that's watching me, ladies and gentlemen that's watching me right now on TikTok, as well as those that will watch this later on YouTube and Facebook, fans aren't crazy. Fans aren't stupid. We know when there's something, as my late mother, peace be upon her, used to say, we know when there's a dead cat on the line. We know. You can't fool us. Appreciate the follow. Who is it? So that's what I'm going to be watching. Roger Goodell. I'm going to be watching these execs over at ESPN to see how they really going to be covering the NFL. Are they going to be just covering the games, the other stuff that's normal coverage? But are you really going to be digging into if there's a story? So Dominique says, I am sorry, brother. The Packers are like last year, no structure. Okay, Dominique, that's your opinion. I disagree with that, but if that's how you feel, we're all gonna see. We all gonna see when week 17 pop up, right? Yeah. The proof will be in the pudding come week 17. That's all I can say. Are they firing Matt, or Packers have a chance of being best team? No, they're not firing Matt LaFleur. Why do you think they have no structure? Yeah, that's a good question. The proof is in the pudding. And let me say this too about the Packers. The Packers are still, I think, the youngest team in the league. If you didn't know, average age of they are the youngest team in the league. I think they have been for the past 2 years. So again, the proof is going to be in the pudding come week 17. We all gonna see, but you know what? It starts in September though. It starts week 1. And it starts for us at Lambeau Field when we host them damn Lions. What up, though? So that's where it starts. But we will be fine. Again, just got to clean up some stuff. Again, it was just 1 week. It's one preseason game. Just like, I was looking at the Giants yesterday. I mean, hell, they looked pretty good. Russell Wilson came in. He started, and they drove down and got a field goal right off the bat. Then Jackson Dart came in, and hell, he looked like he had been in the league for a while. What's up, Kitty? How you doing? Appreciate you popping in. So again, but ain't nobody won no damn Super Bowl in week 1 of a preseason game. Super Bowls ain't won in August. The journey begins in August. That happens. But I ain't heard of nobody winning no Super Bowl because they went 3-0 in preseason. That's just my thoughts on that. So again, I'm Kendrick, the sports guy. You can catch me here every Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. With the NFL regular season about to kick off, I'm definitely going to be doing more lives during the week, reactions, watching some of the games, and where we can come and chat it up and talk about and give our thoughts and our whatever for whatever favorite team we're rooting for. Again, you have entered the Packers Man Cave / chat room, where it's everything Packers. And this is where we do a little trash talking, but it's a safe space for everybody. As long as we just keep it respectful. That's all I ask. And no disrespect to the Packers Man Cave. I am in Tyler, Kitty. I am in Tyler, Texas. Later, Joey. Appreciate you being here. I appreciate all the love, too. So again, make sure you set your notification bell to be alerted when I go live here on TikTok. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channels, those channels are Kendrick Sports Hustle, that's SporTZ HUSTLE, as well as TFG Sports Media on YouTube. You can like and follow them both on Facebook, and you can also follow me on Instagram at Kdrick1969. And make sure you follow me right here on TikTok if you have not already done so. We're going to be doing more lives once the NFL season gets going. Yeah, Golden did look good. Sauce was looked like he was on some sauce. So again, now next Saturday and Sunday I won't be live because I will be out of town. But then I'll be right back on it that following weekend. Matter of fact, the weekend after that, college football kicks off. We're going to be talking a little bit more college football. Even though it's week 0, we got a few games the weekend of August the 23rd. Then college football kicks off, actually Labor Day weekend. We're going to be talking a little bit more about college football. I'm going to actually have a live guest. Well, they won't be live. I'm going to do something on my Kendrick Sports Social channel the week of next week with Kennard Vernon Stewart, who is all things Auburn. He talks SEC football, especially Auburn, and we're going to record something, and I'm going to post that to Kendrick Sports Social YouTube on next week. So again, make sure you keep it locked in here. As always, again, I won't be live next weekend, but I will be live on Friday sometime. I have been. Alex, you just jumped in here. That's all I do is interact with my live comments, Alex. You just popped in here. I just saw your name. You can ask anybody in the comment section. Don't I interact with my live comments? Yeah. I appreciate that, Chris. Appreciate the follow. A lot of them, I think you just popped in here, but I've been interacting with them. That's all I do over here, Alex. It's a safe space. Come on in here, brother. Yeah. Yeah, Matthew. I think he just popped in already throwing shade. So it's all good though. It's all good. Because I love the interaction with the commenters. That's all I do over here. But again, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna let you guys get back to your Sunday. Again, we got preseason games today. I think the first one kicks off here at 12 noon. So check it out. I'm gonna be checking it out as well. And again, you catch me here this coming Friday, but I won't be live next weekend due to I'll be out of time. What's up? I see you, not the help desk 12. That's right, 12-5. Go Pack Go. We going week 12-5, and it's going down again in the Packers Man Cave chat room. Again, I am Kendrick, the sports guy. Appreciate the love over here on TikTok. Again, you guys have a great rest of your Sunday, and I hope you have a great week. And we will see you back here on Friday. And I'm out. Peace, love, and light. Deuces. Again, Facebook, YouTube, that's a wrap for me. Hope you enjoyed the show. It'd be a lot going on TikTok. So if you ain't on my TikTok, you got to come check me out over there. Follow me at Kendrick Henderson 51. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel here as well, Kendrick Sports Hustle, as well as TFG Sports Media. Make sure you share it to all your social media platforms. And I probably will be live here on Kendrick Sports Hustle on YouTube and Facebook on Friday too, because I won't be live this upcoming weekend because I will be out of town. So again, I hope you all have a great rest of your Sunday. Hope you have a great week, and we will see you on Friday. Again, I am Kendrick, the sports guy. Peace, love, and light. Deuces.